As I discussed before we get started right into the video, due to my other accounts, which was Exit Gaming, there's actually two of them actually. There's one that is made for PC only. You can subscribe to that one. I highly recommend doing it because I'm making some Ladicals funny videos that people actually asked for. And I'm not sure if you know who Hey I'm B is, but she's a YouTuber that's on PC. She does Twitch as well. You can check her out. You can check her Discord out too if you want, and yeah. So, also due to the other account of Exotic Gaming, when I had 22 subs and a lot of videos on it, I highly recommend who's ever subbed to that channel, please sub to this one. This one will have the name changed to, honestly, I don't even know yet, so. Anyway, so we're going to talk about proper tank setups and camos. So, I honestly have a few good ones. So for the Sherman, this is not the Sherman, this is actually the Type 97. This one has had some pretty good releases on it from released content that I have missed. On purpose, for one reason. As you can see here, my Tiger 1 has leaves. So we have this setup. If you want to prove yourself a worthy tank commander on the fields, this setup would be good for a few maps, and I'm going to list them right now. Twisted Steel, definitely. There's a lot of trees on that map, a lot of bushes, everything you can use, and I'm just going to point something out over here, guys. You see that log of wood right under the chassis right there? That's going to be used to block off any tank shells. Same thing on this side over here. So we have this, which is Panzergranate, which is our paint job. Turret dressing is column leader. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It actually looks pretty cool due to the tri-flag, but if you want to be more stealthy and camp in tree lines, use Ambush Predator, which is the chassis and the turret. Or if you're on Devastation as the Germans, I would highly recommend using the Last Tiger skin, which would be this setup. Last Tiger for your paint job, Last Tiger for turret and chassis dressing, or if you want, you could do column leader, which is always useful too, or you could just do escort. Escort's gonna kind of stick out, like, they'll know you're there, but I would prefer using this because there is a certain spot right in front of Delta. Excuse me for a minute, I'm fucking drooling like a dog. That spot will be used for long-range tank sniping, and it's perfect for ambushing enemy tanks there. Also, I think this would be very, very good used near Echo, which is enemy spawn. Problem is that when they capture Echo, and you have no one there to charge the objective and cap it and kill anybody there, you will have to fight off the entire enemy battalion. So you could just do that, or if you're just that kind of guy, you know, who just goes around, Devastation on this with this one could work too, but not really sure. This might work actually for this setup. Could work for on the map Narvik if you are in debris. So this Tiger 1 here, my specialization setup is Zimovich Armor, Improvised Transverse Rotation, Pineapple Wrench, and Heat T rounds. Heat T rounds are actually very good and have proven useful for when I'm in tank combat. I'm going to list a few reasons why. So, we have the Sherman tank here. This is actually my setup on for Panzerstorm, pretty much any map I'm on. And it's, I don't even know why. Let's see here. Maybe if you're camping a dugout on Panzerstorm, you'll be lucky enough if the Germans don't find you, but they might anyway. You could use that, or I'm not gonna buy this one because I don't feel like it's worth it just yet for me. Or you could just do all regular But front runner is okay, but I prefer flagship. Maybe flagship and front runner for chases. But I think it's good for that, because if they decide to shoot your turret ring, which is gonna be that area where those tracks are, and that area where those tracks are, first shell will depend on what it is and the angle they shoot at you, it will ricochet off like a little Nerf bullet. It won't do that much damage if it ricochets off. It'll probably maybe 5 or 1. So so we're gonna go back to the Tiger 1 for a second. Oh, also set up on this few useful ones that you can do. I'll use it right now. If you are playing on the Iwo Jima and if you're playing on Iwo Jima as Americans against the Japs, and if you're looking to play on Province as Americans against Germans, flamethrowers will come in handy. Reason why is because Province and Iwo Jima, differences between them are that on Province and Iwo Jima, well, I'm going to talk about Iwo Jima first, actually. So Iwo Jima is basically the Japanese island of Iwo Jima, or beaches of Japan, pretty much. The problem is, if you're the Americans on that map, you're risking your crew and your life with your tank going across that territory. There's a lot of vegetation. There's a lot of vegetation on Province too, but there are more trenches on Iwo Jima than Province. Flamethrowers, I would say, probably have around maybe 1,000 or 9, maybe 500 fuel, so make that worth your while. This here turret ring will make it a bit more reinforced, and reinforced engine, obviously you know what that does. So, if you're in tank combat, this is what I would prefer. I'm going to give you 2 choices right now, guys. You do that, and that. So, if you're going against Tigers and Panzers, if you know what you're doing, you're okay. For that setup, which was reinforced tracks, field repair, smoke shells, reinforced turret ring, reinforced engine, and actually no, it was improvised transverse, smoke, reinforced turret ring, smoke HG, and field repair, reinforced turret tracks, and improvised loading mechanism. But if you want to be the one guy in your squad that's leading your boys into Tiger tank battles, you're gonna do this. You got 2 choices though. You got reinforced tracks, field repair, 76mm M1A1 tank gun, smoke launcher, heat T round, and improvised loading mechanism. But problem is that your turret ring is going to turn a little bit less slower without the improvised rotation. These heat T rounds are more effective on Panzers than Tigers. The reason why I say that is because if you are fighting a Panzer IV, depends on how many there are. So, I'm going to say, depending on how full the Panzer's health is, you will probably get him in maybe 3 to 4 shots. In order to kill a Panzer in 2 shots, you must go behind it and shoot its engine twice with heat Ts. Heat Ts actually, if you shoot a Panzer IV with the Sherman in the ass, it's gonna, when I mean in the ass, guys, you need to get literally behind the thing. You don't shoot its side. There's gonna be the exhaust and the engine in the back. You shoot that area, it will automatically do 75 points of damage to that tank. It will disable the engine, and it will disable the tracks, and I believe even maybe disable the turret ring. I mostly go on ambush missions with my guys, Bro Shark and Serrated Fry. This is Serrated Fry 21 if you ever want to add him. He's a cool guy to play with. And then where is it? Bro Shark, that guy right there. Let me see here. If you're that guy who just wants to fight off infantry, here's your setup. Provides load mechanism, transverse rotation, smoke launcher, 76mm M1A1 tank gun, fuel repair, and reinforced tracks. So I'm gonna do my regular setup. This is that. Alright, so we got that. So that's my combat setup for my Sherman. Let me see here. Front runner. This is more of a dugout position to camp with, or dugout tank setup to camp in. Trenches and shit. I have sandbags. On Panzerstorm, problem is that the Germans will be on the side of G and F if you play as them. If you're Americans on Panzerstorm, you're going to start off with Alpha, which gives you an automatic other tank. You're going to head to Bravo. So the problem is you're going to come in with I forgot the name of it is, pretty much you're going to be like cornered with the Americans and the Germans on Charlie when they reach there. Infantry support, I really don't know about that. But yeah, mostly I prefer flagship or front runner for chassis or turret. So this is a Sherman setup here. We got so yeah, that's all we got. So I'm facing you guys this for a reason, this angle. You are going to see that little hitch right there. That means when you're behind that, like if you're facing this direction and there's a tank behind you and he sees like this dead center area and he has a heat T round on you, like say for instance I'm a Tiger 1, I get behind a Sherman like you guys, I put one heat T round right in that engine, you're gone automatically. So yeah, LVTs not the best, but they work. They get the job done. This is a AA setup. Increased ammo capacity and provides transportation. 550 cal M2 twin AA MG. Piercing around, and we got reinforced turret ring, reinforced tracks. Fuck. I think I might just do that. Oh, incendiary launcher, that looks cool. I haven't really done incendiary launcher, that's kind of new. For LVTs, I really don't use that much, so you guys can go ahead and figure out your own setup. Greyhounds, they're okay. They are a one-shot, pretty much, for like a Tiger 1. Like if they use heat Ts and they shoot like that little front or the back, you're automatically gone. No doubt. I've one-shot the Greyhounds before, and let me tell you something. Next thing I know, there's like 11 other tanks coming at me, and I'm in Tiger 1. I made all my shots count. I killed all 11 tanks. True story, actually. So this is a setup. I don't use Greyhounds that much, so I'm not going to go through that. Tanks that I normally do use are Panzers, Panzer 4s, 38Ts, and I don't even think I use them anymore because, to be honest, you can't use them on Panzerstorm, I don't think, and not Twisted Steel or Alcindon. Let me see here. Yeah. But if you're on a different like map rotation, you can definitely use them. So we got flak panzers here. This is actually two best setups you can probably get. This is number one over here. I use this for enemy aircraft and infantry. Reason why is because I have incendiary bullets. So this is provides transverse rotation, improves zoom scope, radar package, 250 meters are revealed on your mini-map. You guys will be set for that. Flaming onion round. This This is literally the shit that you can fucking get. But I think I'm gonna change it right now because I just saw something interesting that caught my eye right now. Airburst smoke shells. I never really use them. Actually, I have, but it's been a long time. This does more damage, but less fire rate. So. Oh, and if you're in a flak panzer, I would definitely suggest buying that Atlantic Grau. Or, yeah, Atlantic Grau. Alright, so Tiger 1. We're gonna go back to that. Into Hot Tandang is gonna be used with this. And the Ambush Predator. So, this is gonna be effective on a few maps. Depending on where you camp on with this tank, with this setup on Arras, you should be okay as long as it has trees. This is also going to be used for Province. If you guys want this setup, I would wait for the armory reset to go by again, because that's kind of when you're going to get these camos. Let's see here. Yeah. This is mostly used for that, and I think maybe it could possibly work on Twisted Steel. But let's go ahead and check a different setup here. Twisted Steel. This one would definitely work. Panzer Grenadier with Ambush Predator on chases and on the turret ring. Or you could be a pro, and you could use this setup, which is Gibraltar, with Ambush Predator or Ambush Predator on both. And again, if you want to look like a true tank commander, Column Leader is the way to go. Yes, I know if you guys played Last Tiger before, I know Peter Miller's tank had a bigger version of the flag. I kind of was expecting that size to be on this, but either way, it's still cool. I don't fucking care. I just like Tiger ones anyway, so. Let's see here. Last Tiger, if you are playing on Panzerstorm and you are camping the tree line in the worst weather ever, which is the foggy weather, and you're the Germans, you are going to go ahead, get to Objective F or Objective G, and wait for your ambush position to be compromised by enemy tanks. If they see you, heat T, guys. That's all I'm going to tell you. People use these other shells called 8 armor piercing rounds. They don't do a lot of damage, to be honest. They do probably like 25 points. I've used them. It's not quite as effective as Heat Tees. Heat Tees, if you remember in the movie Fury, they said armor piercing rounds. You gotta hit a tank a couple times with this shit. But Heat Tees, if you're fighting a Valentine AA and you're fighting a big tank, let me tell you something. You go behind the. There are actually. If you ever fight this tank, if it pops up, alright. If you're ever fighting this fucking tank, I mean, I have a good setup, but if you're ever fighting this tank, guys, let me tell you something. It won't be easy because they will win sometimes. But if you're the Tiger 1 and you get behind his engine right there, 3 rounds he's gone. 3 rounds he's gone, boys. Staghound. These fucking retarded vehicles are just easy to kill, but are the best maneuverable vehicles that can be put in the field. Hold on. They're just like the Greyhounds. Give me a second, guys. They're just like the Greyhounds. And, yeah. But, yeah. So, I'm not sure if you guys out there are big Battlefield 5 players, but let me tell you something. There has been some unreleased content going on, just like that Ambush Predator. And another one going on. If I can find it for you guys, I'll show it to you right now. There have been ghillie suits released. Churchill gun carrier is not literally the best tank you can ever find. It has a built-on fucking turret ring, just like the Archer. Well, not Archer. Actually, yeah, the Archer and the Stremgeschütz. But yeah. This is some unleashed content that's been going on. For that, Pride and Glory is. I don't think that's one of them. Wait, Waffen Rock. They're gonna lose content, but it's not the best. Supply line. This has been unreleased too for Sherman's. Everybody's wanted the Fury skin for a while, so here it kind of is right now. Yeah. That's just. This is that. So Tiger 1 here, guys. Back to it. Yeah. So if you want to be like the Ghost Tiger out there and camp in the storm, this is the perfect setup. You want to strike fear in people, and you don't give a fuck about how your setup is. Use this one. Also, let me just put it out there, Panzer 38T is supposed to have some unreleased content going on with the German flag too. Panzer 4 is going to have unreleased content, but it's going to be the ambush predator in the big game. So it's going to have branches and leaves on it. Actually, cannot wait for that to come out. Stremgeschütz. Now I use this tank a lot, but when I have no choice but to snipe, I'll use this one. Reinforced engine, track skirts, 75mm 40L48 cannon, and armor piercing round. Use this from long range on high ground, and you will get the job done. Let me just tell you that. If you are the guy who's on Narvik, and you want to be stealthy and use the window as your cover, this setup would definitely suit you. So you're going to use Zitadel, ready for war for chases and turret, and Zimmerit armor, field repair, Pack 40 L43 cannon, and AP rounds. This will get the job done for you. I'm telling you, I fought tanks with this shit and I've gotten the job done. Puma, another highly maneuverable tank. I prefer this. Reinforced wheels, reinforced turret ring, 50mm KWK39 by L60 cannon, armor piercing rounds, and a reinforced engine, and pineapple wrench. So I really can't say what I would want for setup on this. The reason why is because due to the specs, the specials on this, it's the cosmetics. Battlefield 5 has promised us a lot, guys. Let's be honest. But have they kept their promise? No. They said that they were going to have the Russians of Polish, Germany, Reichstag, Stalingrad, and Warsaw, and Croatia, and the Russians, and Russia, and it never fucking happened. So I will see how this game pans out. So far, they are making me happy because I have had a chance to get the unused content, which was the Ambush Predator. Anyway, so just use that setup. Okay, we're gonna go back to Tiger 1 for a minute. This setup would be most useful on a Ras, Panzerstorm, Hamada, and fuck, I'm trying to remember. Twisted Steel, yes, and then if you know what you're doing on Province, I wouldn't prefer using that. I'd prefer using this Panzer Grenadier. If you want to be a badass tank guy, you can use Dunkenroch, which Dunkenroch, it's okay. I really don't prefer using it. I mean, unless it's a fucking storm on Panzerstorm in the fog, then I'd use it. or what you can do on Hamada to kind of blend in, and on Twisted Steel and on Arras is use the Gibraltar, which is Last Tiger, Chases, and Turret. So that would be effective for Arras, Panzer Storm, Hamada, and Twisted Steel. Also, probably another setup would be Panzer Granada. This would be most effective on Panzer Storm and I'm trying to remember again. I mean, it could work on Hamada as well, but mostly Arras, Panzer Storm. And if you're kind of a firm believer of your strength of Tiger 1s, maybe you can go ahead and use this on Hamada. Maybe. It's up to you guys. Let's see here. Now, you can do Column Leader for your Chases and Last Tiger for a turret. If you are camping a dugout, this is another setup you can do on Panzer Storm, and this would be probably the more effective one. But in order for you to get in the setup position, you need to get your Tiger 1 really in there. Let's see here. The only thing that actually help you out with this, guys, is that it has a track in the back, and that track can ricochet the shell. Okay, now that I'm done with the Tiger 1, now that I'm done with the Panzer 38, I didn't do 38T, I mean, I don't use it again as much as I used to. Flag Panzer, Storming Shirts, Puma. Okay, let's move on to Valentine Archer. This is going to be effective on Narvik. I'm not going to go through this much because I don't even use this a lot, unless I really have to. This is just my Narvik setup. Churchill gun carrier, I don't really use that a lot, but this could be good for Narvik too. Again, I'm not going to go through that because I just don't use it. Dragoon Guards, this is going to be... Oh, this could be good. This could be fucking perfect for Narvik. Perfect for Twisted Steel. Okay for Hamada. Panzer Storm, okay. Twisted Steel, good. Dragon Guards, Twisted Steel, and Panzer Storm. My specialization is this. Maintenance drills, provides transverse rotation, 3 times Orliken 20mm cannon, and parachute flares. These things actually can spot planes. I mean, it can spot enemies on ground too, and it can spot tanks if you just shoot them far enough. Yeah, that's my setup for that, and my Churchill over here. This one, if it was still able to be used on Twisted Steel or Panzer Storm, it would probably work with this setup, but I don't care about the British tanks unless I'm using my Valentine Mach. I don't even know how to fucking... I'm not even gonna do ROMs and numerals because I'm not even good at that. But yeah, for this, you want to have the most effective setup you can ever get. You got 2 of them actually, guys. Maintenance drills, improvised transportation, or reinforced turret ring, and APC. So this is going to be your primary tank setup against vehicles and stationaries. Let's see here. We're going to change that to maintenance drills, impressed transverse, 95mm howitzer, and Hesh rounds. That's going to be effective for against panzers, Let me see here. And due to the blast infantry too, unless you want to be a suicidal fucker who's mind clearing line charges, it does a lot of damage to tanks. I've been in Tiger 1s and I've fought guys with this shit. It also provides more armor for your tank, so it would probably take maybe 4 rounds from a Tiger 1 that has a heat T to destroy your tank with those on. The problem is you have like 8 to I think 6 times use them. But yeah, so we got that. Incendiary launcher, I never fucking knew about that. Why though? I mean, I also don't care. I'm also gonna let you guys know it also depends on the map you play on. So like if you're on Rotterdam, your best bet is probably using the Valentine standard. This is actually good for Aerodrome. This tank's actually pretty much good for any fucking map you're on. You just need to learn how to use it. I made mine look like a T-34 due to this in the back, or at least tried to. And yeah, so my setup for this is increased ammo capacity. It provides a lot of mechanism. QF 6-pounder, and we got APCR rounds. I literally used that, and I have used this setup here. This, when if you want, guys, it's okay. It's not the best way to go, but I prefer this one, the one I have right now. This is good for infantry. It's good for taking out stationaries, and it is also good for taking out tanks, stationaries, and infantry. Also, about what I have from this setup, you guys will be very, very lucky to have this, because if you don't, I mean, you can. Let me tell you something, you will take out planes like no fucking tomorrow because of the triple firepower you have on that. So, that is for those tanks over there. We talked about the Sherman, we talked about the LBT Greyhound. You didn't talk about this, I didn't really talk about that. I don't use them. Titan 97, this actually did have some unreleased content going out for it. I actually had leaves. So my setup for this is... wait, what's... Oh, that's for the hull. Okay, so that's for your gunner if he wants to use that. Spot and scope, field repair, 75mm Type 3 tank gun, 75mm Type 5 tank gun. And we have the reinforced turret ring, and we have reinforced engine. You're on Iwo Jima, you're the Japanese. You are on the Japanese on Solomon Islands, Wake Island, and Pacific Storm. You guys have this set up. You will literally be the gods of the fields. Where you hit the tank depends. You will have probably 15 to 16, maybe 18 rounds, but not a lot, so you give your shot count. I like this tank for infantry only. My setup improvised zoom scope, field engine upgrade, armor piercing round, 13mm Type 93 twin AA HMG, reinforced engine, and we have increased ammo capacity. So mostly infantry right here, but when you turn your tank around, your turret ring down, this thing is gonna block you right here. Lots of areas that the shell could block off of, so I like that. So yeah, I know this video is supposed to be about tanks only, but we're gonna deal with some planes too. So Zero, I actually have mine to level 6 finally. I have 4 times 4 20mm cannons, 4 times 20mm cannons high explosive, thin barrels, and times 2 incendiary bombs, improved resupply, increased ammo capacity. This is for my 0 A6M2. Good against infantry, bad against tanks. Good against stationaries, bad against vehicles. These planes are very good for attacking Corsairs. They are also... okay, so yeah. I haven't really worked my way up there for my Japanese planes, and I'm working on my British. I have the Spitfire Mach VB, Mosquito FB Mach VI, and yeah. So we'll get to Germany in a bit. Good against infantry if you do strafe runs properly. I have my glide bomb. Actually, no, not on this one. But the glide bomb is good for one thing, guys. It's good against tanks. It's good against stationaries. It's good against vehicles and infantry. Problem is, you need to have a precise target, the right time. You need to drop the bomb at the right time and the angle too. All those they count towards the way you're gonna kill this guy. So, say for instance, I see a Sherman. I see an enemy Japanese plane, or no, an enemy Japanese tank, right? He's on F on Iwo Jima. I go for him, but if he moves, he's going to take less damage and probably no damage at all. So, the way this could work too. You have to hit the engine, and Wake Island, you need to cap all the objectives before he gains air superiority for this to work. So, once this is level 6, I'll do another video. Once this is level 4, once this is 4, and 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 and 6, and 6, I'll do more videos on them. But yeah. Also, Night Fighter. Let's see here. Wait, no. This is actually perfect on Panzerstorm. And it's also good on Alsunden. And it's, yeah. And Twisted Steel too. Reason why I say this against tanks, infantry, and what is it? Stationaries. These are gonna fire 6 missiles. And when they hit the engines of the tanks won't know where they're coming from. And not only will it help you, but it'll benefit your men on the ground because the tank will be more focused on you than your men. Also, you do get 2 bat glider bombs for this. You have to dive down in order for them to actually work. But yeah, that's a good plane to use, but it lags a lot. A-20 bomber and Night Fighter, they lag for some reason. I don't know why. I seen them with the P51D fighter and the P51K fighter. They lag. EA brought them out. They lag. That's another thing I'm very disappointed about. With these zeros here, say for instance I'm on Wake Island, Iwo Jima, and even Pacific Storm. I see enemy rafts on the beach or on the ground. And there's infantry in them, because I've done this before. I've done strafing runs on them, and I've killed people doing it. And let me be honest with you, there was a time I was on Wake Island, I actually used this zero specifically. I dropped 2 incendiaries after I targeted the driver of a landing raft, then dropped the incendiaries on his AA gun guy at the spawn, came back for the guy after killing his AA gunner, and finished the rest of his crew off. Okay, so that's it for Brits. This one's okay. Okay-ish. Not the best plane. Good on Fagel 652 or any air combat. We have these. times 8 303 machine guns, field pair, armored pulse, armored fuse flag, fuselage, reinforced wings, and yeah. Yeah, this setup right here. I don't know. I don't know much about these planes. I don't really go when I'm on a map with Brits. I really do not go ahead and stick with planes. I normally do ground. German planes. Bf-109 G2. Oh, wait, I've had this all before. Holy shit! How long has this happened? Wait, place a 20mm cannon munitions with high. Oh, I'll take that. Guys, this one I don't even fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. I just found that out. Okay. This is JU-88A. One of the most effective planes on Fajal 652 if you're doing bombing missions. This is set up armored fuselage, nitrous, drive brakes, 1,000 kilogram bomb. That's good against literally any vehicle or stationary. Waffenbehalter, underground gun pod. So that's like if your guy on your plane needs to go ahead and use a ball turret, that's the one you're going to use. And if he wants a gun upgrade, that's another one he's going to use right there. I don't know too much about that plane, except that it is bombing. Stuka. Okay, this is my setup here. Field repair, times 4, 50 kilogram bombs, dry brakes, and 1,000 kilogram bomb. This is good against any tank that you're on or up against on Panzerstorm. Pretty much against anything, as long as you know how to use the Stuka, but the problem is they're not as available as you may think. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. BF-109. How the fuck do I... Alright, this is kind of weird. I never actually thought that this was ready. Alright, BF-109s are just good in general. For strafing runs and shit. JU-88C. This is actually the newest plane that was ever added before the major updates of Pacific or War on Pacific on Battlefield 5 ever came out. So there was an event a few months after this game came out, which was play grand operations and shit and do the assignments for this plane. Okay, this is mostly our infantry, our strafe run tank destroyer right here. Dry brakes, MG1x1, a 20mm cannon, spot and camera, and we have 75mm ventral cannon. Does critical damage to tanks. Critical damage. Yeah, also I'm gonna probably do a video maybe tomorrow, 2 videos tomorrow maybe, for soldiers and maybe the rest of the tanks and the planes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If this video did help you out, leave a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to this channel. Please share these videos with your friends because the channel hasn't actually been doing all that great. The XZI Gaming channel for the PC with VR chat videos on it. That one has 5 subscribers, 7 videos. I like to try and get that channel up a bit more. There's 2 XZI ones, there's one with 22 subs. Look for one that has 5 subscribers on it. That one needs the most work on that. I also, for that account on YouTube, I will be doing some merch giveaways on next year or late this year. depending on how I'm looking. Before I cancel this video, let me just go ahead and show you guys some more unreleased content. All together now. Let's see what this one's got over here. This isn't unreleased content. This is just released content that hasn't been brought out for a while. Due to the previous updates. So, armor resets, they're good. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Not a Type 100. Nope. 97. Okay, wait, no. I'm looking for... I know. This is just Japanese shit. We don't care about infantry. Big game. Here you go. This is what we're talking about. This is one of the camos that I was talking about for the Type 97 tank for the Japanese. Alright, so we got that. High Tide, let's see what this one's got over here. This had some unreleased content for guns too, just like the others did, but I don't really care about that. Aviator. Unreleased content for planes too. Nice. This is chain over here. It's I don't even care. It's just a fucking Puma. I don't care. Untamed Wilderness. There's Troubleshooter, Sentinel. We already looked at that one. Senshi. Oh, that's actually a nice one. Type 100. I'm looking for the Type 97 one. I want to show you guys that really bad. LVT Type 90. No. Just looking for Panzer. No. Trying to find it and I can't. I know there was something for the Type 97. Swarm Leader. I don't really care about that. Besieged. Warhorse. Oh, Tiger Front looks okay, actually. Island Hopper, could that be it? No. Let's be honest. This would probably fucking help a lot for anything. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not the hide and seek. No, it's not that. There was definitely something on there. So there was. Oh wait, what is that? Untamed Wilderness. No. Supply. Okay, alright, so it had to be something else because I know it was permanent. Well, I tried looking for it, guys. Apparently stratified. Oh, what's this? No? Is it the one? No, that's just a standard fucking skin. It's not like that'll fucking help you. But yeah, again, thank you for watching this video. I hope this does help you guys out for the maps I told you about, which were Pandstorm, Al-Sundin, Pacific War in the Pacific Storm, Iwo Jima, Hamada, and the rest of the maps. I say these skins specifically because if you don't want to really be spotted and you know how to use a Tiger 1 and shit, I think it would help you best if you if you've ever watched the movie Fury, if you watched the movie T-34 and you've seen any tank movies about World War II, just do what the guy's always doing it. Be strategic, know your shit, attack, and never surrender. Also, keep your squad in check too. Yeah, know what you're doing. If you guys do play on PlayStation, my name is Xedi. It is spelled as XSEDI, or just type in MLG. This is all in caps. MLG Battlefield 5 Squad Leader. Yeah. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, which would be Xedi Game for the PC with the one at the 5 subs. Please subscribe to that if you've already, or if you haven't already, please do it. And yeah, this is more of an informative channel, so yeah. I will be doing merch early this year, maybe late next year, or maybe late this year and early next year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a comment below and subscribe to this channel. Leave a like and shit, and share this video with your friends. And if this helped you, then I'm looking forward to see you guys on the PlayStation. Again, my name is XSEDI, and this is my video. And once again, take care.